Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson formally announced his bid for the White House today. Our Laura Barone-Lopez takes a look at how his campaign could shape the Republican primary.
Today, I am announcing that I am a candidate for President of the United States.
Hutchinson, a former governor and congressman from Arkansas, joined the growing field of GOP presidential candidates today, formally announcing his bid in Bentonville. Hutchinson laid out his priorities as he positions himself as an alternative to his party's standard bearer, former President Donald Trump.
This campaign is about courage. It is about making the tough decisions to rebuild our economy, to give peace a chance through America's strength, and to renew the American spirit of freedom, opportunity, and the rule of law.
Speaking in the town where he was born, Hutchinson didn't mention Trump by name, but touted his long history in law enforcement.
I am the only candidate running for president with a breadth of experience in law enforcement. I will enforce the law and demand that local prosecutors do the same.
In 1982, Ronald Reagan appointed 31-year-old Hutchinson to be the nation's youngest U.S. attorney. In the role, he made national headlines after prosecuting the Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord, a white supremacist organization in the state. Elected to the House in 1996, Hutchinson served as an impeachment manager in the trial of President Bill Clinton. He left Congress to join President George W. Bush's administration, working as head of the Drug Enforcement Administration and in Homeland Security. Hutchinson's first bid for the Arkansas governor's mansion failed in 2006, but 8 years later, he won. It was the best showing for a Republican gubernatorial candidate in the state since Reconstruction. During his 8 years as governor, he implemented work requirements for Medicaid recipients, reinstated executions in the state, and signed a law that banned local governments from extending civil rights protections to LGBTQ residents. One of the country's most prominent anti-abortion leaders, Hutchinson signed multiple laws limiting access to the procedure in the state. A critic of Trump, he has called on the former president to step aside.
I think he's had his opportunity there. I think January 6 really disqualifies him for the future.
Hutchinson's bid may be a long shot, as he faces a voter base loyal to Trump.
There is not a huge desire in the party to move to a different direction.
But his alternate vision for the party is needed, said longtime Republican operative Stuart Stevens.
If you care enough about the party to fight for the party and believe that there should be a sane, morally grounded, decent, compassionate, center-right party in America, what are you going to do? If you're Asa Hutchinson, he's running. I think he feels that the party's abandoned its role as being an optimistic, positive force in American politics.
Fresh off an Iowa stop, Hutchinson is expected to ramp up his campaign in the coming weeks. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Laura Barone-Lopez.